Hey YouTube, new guitar this week. This is a Hohner Arbor series, which actually the neck for that guitar is a Hohner Arbor series as well. It's pretty good, sort of Korean. The neck on this is lovely, it really is. Lovely and glossy, nice thick rosewood board, everything you want in a good strat neck. So the body, which you can't really see, is a sort of pearlescent. Kind of looks a bit like it's cream, but it's not. It's a sort of shiny, metallic-y thing, colour. I put in another pickup. I put a humbucker in there. That's why you see there's extra holes there, because it used to have a single coil at an angle, which it doesn't have anymore. Thought I'd tart it up a bit. Yeah, so make some noise. Yeah, so neck pickup. These are sort of strange sounding pickups. They're good, but they don't sound like normal strat. Kind of very powerful. Position 4. Brilliant, this guitar. Middle position. Position 2. Position 1. Yeah, so we've wired this one a bit differently. This one has a volume and a master tone, and the middle one is a 4-way selector. So when you're fully up this way, as in position 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 is a strat. 2, that makes this into a humbucker. So you get a humbucker in the bridge, and everything else stays the same. Then if you go to the next one down, you get this as a single coil again, and this one's hardwired on. So if you know, like basically like this, like the Gilmore switch. So you put it into the middle position, you get these two. So if you put it into that position, you get all three on. If you put it to the next position, it doesn't do anything because it's already on. Yep. And then the last position is this as a humbucker, and this one on. So you get sort of 4. I need to count it out how many different sounds you get. So that's outside 2, which I always call Telecaster position. That's position 4, which is a humbucker. Then put it back up, there you go. Single coil, humbucker. I really miss my Roto Sound strings. I've been buying these really cheap ones just to put on guitars that I'm fixing up. And they seem to have a slight discrepancy. This batch, I noticed it on this guitar here I was doing yesterday. The EAD G string seems to be slightly wonky. It's not as loud as it's not as loud as the other strings. And I've never heard of that happening before, so it's definitely the strings, because it's the same on that guitar. They're the same. It's not that bad. It's just that when you're picky like I am, it's just like I'm aware of it. Got a bit of rat pedal on. So it's a single coil on the neck. I'm mucking the neck. That's humbucker and next single. I really need to learn some new licks. I watched a video of one of mine the other day. It was an Epiphone 3 pickup Les Paul, and I don't even remember playing it. And I was looking at it and I'm just still playing the same licks. I need to learn some more stuff. Really not noticing that the G string is slightly quieter than the other ones anymore with the distortion on it. Really is a fantastic neck on this. Yeah, so these guitars, I think they were quite popular back in the day. So it's skin tune or not, I don't know. Some of the bits on it were crap, I'll be honest. The pickups actually I liked. I would have replaced them had I not liked the sound of it. When I actually got this one, it did sort of play. So you plug it in and it was like they sounded. I like the sound. It did punchy. But I decided to stick a humbucker in, and I went for that sort of, you can't really see in this video because of the way the light is. I need to get myself a light. I kind of use that one because it's the same sort of yellowed colour. When you get the sort of artificial yellowed, it looks artificial yellowed. Like these knobs, which were from my parts box, which are made to look old, but they're not. The ones that came on this guitar were just white, and they were whiter than anything else on the scratch plate. If you look at this, it kind of looks like the scratch plate's green, but that's because this is a sort of that pearly, yellowy, pinky. No, it's not really pinky. I think it's just pink because the walls in here are pink. Yeah, so the pots were rubbish. The switch was plastic and utter crap. It was actually broken. It was punched into the guitar. It looks like somebody has glued together the switch tip at some point, but I just left it because it's only a switch tip. It's got that sort of yellowed look to it, so it sits fine. There's a bad dent there, so you can see that there's a wee hole where the scratch plate used to go. Well, the scratch plate was broken, and if you're going to do up one of these guitars, you can't just stick a normal scratch plate on it, because see, if you look at Strats, this bit here isn't quite the same shape as a Stratocaster is. So if a normal Stratocaster kind of comes in, I'm exaggerating here, comes in like this a little bit, and if you do that, you can see the bit where it's routed into the pickup. So you can't. That's why I didn't replace the scratch plate. So basically, all I did was I just smoothed off the bit that was broken and left a dent there, which you have to be pretty in there to notice it. Also, the switch, you can see I've put the washers on, because the switch that was on it was only the distance between the screws was that, as opposed to that. But the new switch is working fine. Put in the rotary thingy. Had to take off the tuners, so it's now got Clausens on it, or Clausen style ones. cool ones that, you know, the ones that have got the slot on the headstock for sticking the end of the string in so it doesn't stab you in the fingers. That's pretty cool. Those are the original round string trees. They were good. The bridge was, is it still lying on the floor somewhere? Where is it? It's worth pointing. I'd like to show you. That's it there. There we go. So there's the bridge that's in these. You can see it's chromed and all the things placed on it, but it's not actually got a block. It's like a sort of metal bar. And it's just crap. So that had to be replaced. So it's just got a new from China bridge in it. If you look at this closely, you notice that for some reason, I don't know why, but I bought gold tremolo arms at some point. So it's gold, which if you sit in the set lights you can notice it's gold, but hey, I didn't think that would really matter to it very much. I think when you go back to this era of guitars, late 80s, early 90s, the wood must have been cheaper at the time. I do have the back plate, it's sitting down there, I just haven't put it back on again yet. The wood on, it's the same with Squire guitars from this era. The neck wood is great, the necks are brilliant, but the tuners are the cheapy nasty ones. The pickups in this one, I like these. They're kind of, they don't sound like modern pickups. They're a bit like if you bought a modern Squire, they don't really sound like that. They're much more, yeah. I love I suppose you could describe them a bit as lacking in bass, but I would describe them as they've just got tons of mid. It's the same with I feel with the old MNK 45 pickups you get in the old Japanese guitars. They're very, very trebly and bright, but it's dead easy to take something trebly and bright and just EQ it down so it's not as trebly and bright. It's harder to go the other way if you've got something muddy trying to make it bright, so you're better off having too much and then taking it away than you are just not having enough. That's my theory anyway. The first two, the neck position and these two together sound great in this guitar. Yeah, so I might do another video of this to sell it. I'm just going to put this one up for sale. Try not to hold on to these. Rock and roll. So a shorter video when we actually play it, I'll have a wee jam or something. Rock and roll.